My name is Sciarrino-Dowgewicz, and I am a committee member for the Hall of Fame, and I'm also an inductee. I graduated in 1982, and I was a three-sport athlete. I played field hockey, basketball, and I was on the track and field team. Did I have a favorite sport? I didn't. I really loved all of them, and I was really happy when they started, like in the beginning of the season, and I was also really happy when it ended, so that we would go on to the next sport the next season. I really loved all of them. I had three coaches. Judy Saxton, who we call Sarge. She was my field hockey coach, and she influenced me in a way because she really knew how to have a good time. She was able to get us to work really hard, but always to remember to have fun. So I do work hard, and I also know how to have a good time. And Mr. Chasen was my basketball coach, and he was excellent. He knew the game inside and out, and he was a teacher as well as a coach. Every single day, we learned something new, and we worked really hard. We were in really good shape, and we were like over-prepared for any game that was coming up.
Experience in your life?
Being involved in anything was important to me, and it's how we were brought up in my family. My parents exposed us to everything, and they really encouraged us to try as much as possible and just to see where your strengths are. And so sports, I mean, I hung out with my three brothers a lot, and if they let me, as long as I didn't cry, and I just tried to keep up with them. And so I was never really as good as them, but I was always around that, like, you know, competition. And then once I hit Sage Park, I just joined all the teams, and then it went from there. And like, I just kind of caught on, and I realized that I was actually pretty good at it, and I enjoyed it. I had a lot of friends involved in it, so it was just a track that I chose. I'm friends with Sheila Martin, and she's a lot of fun to be around, and she has a lot of positive energy, and so she can talk me into doing anything, which she has. So she just called me up and said, you know, you really should think about joining this. It's a really good thing for the town, and you're a part of it, and so we can work together, and Tom's really great to work with, and you know, she mentioned everybody, and so whenever you volunteer for anything, you want it to be a really positive experience, and as long as there's enough people, not one person's doing all the work. So I said, because I don't have a lot of time, and so I just said, okay, I'll do it.
In that community that aren't in that world.
About the committee, it's very welcoming, and it's what I like about it is the members that we have right now we're all kind of different eras, and so you get a different perspective of a view of Windsor from different times. And so like John Falana, he's born and raised in Windsor, and he goes way, way back, and he knows so much history, and so I love listening to him talk about, you know, just all these different people, and before Title IX, and you know, women, their sport was badminton, and I didn't even know that, and they played netball rather than basketball, and so there's all this history, and so I kind of learn a lot as I'm sitting there very quietly. And also I like the energy of the group is really positive. Like everybody just wants like our event, the banquet and everything to be really good, and we want a lot of people to be there and to celebrate these student athletes or these coaches or teams because it's a part of the history of Windsor. And so what I would like is just for people to get a little more curious and learn a little bit more about everybody, and then maybe it'll jog their memories, and maybe they can nominate some people from their time. I do follow sports, not super closely. Like, I might have a few favorite players, so that's the reason why I watch I used to watch the Yankees because I was a big Derek Jeter fan, but now that he's retired, I don't watch him that much, and just started getting into the Celtics again. I don't know very many of the players anymore, but since they're hot right now, so but I think it's great what's happened to women's sports because the level has gotten so high, and there's just more opportunity for people to learn more and play more and train better and just be able to go and play, like whether it's youth, it's there. Like, I had to play on a boys baseball team when I was in elementary school. I really wanted to play, and that's all I could do. But now, girls can sign up and play on a t-ball team, a softball team. There wasn't soccer when I was growing up, and now, youth starts at like age 3, I think, or 4. And so at least the opportunities are there. I worry a little bit about over-training for kids and one single sport year-round. I don't think that that's a really good thing, but, it's the choice that people make.
All right.
If you want to learn a little bit more, you can like the Facebook page, the Windsor High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Hit like, and then you'll get some feeds, and we like to update the pictures every now and then, and when it comes closer to the event and afterwards, we there's a lot of activity there. And like I said earlier, it would be great if people could just kind of jog their own memories and think of people that were exceptional in sports from their time, and just let us know, and we'll get them on the list anyway to be looked at. Well, I got a phone call on my landline, which not many people call, and it was Tiffany Nunes calling me. And we were talking about Sheila Martin because it was her birthday, and Tiffany's telling me, we're going to meet at the Union Street Tavern and hope you can be there. And we're just talking on, and then kind of updating about what our kids are up to. And then right before, we were hanging up the phone, I'm like, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow night for Sheila's birthday. And she says, oh, Ellen, one more thing. You're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I was like ready to hang up the phone, and then so I was really surprised because it wasn't kind of like heading in that direction at all, the conversation. And I was really, really excited. I got all choked up, and because Tiffany is one of my classmates, so we go way back, and she was a cheerleader, so I think that, she said my name enough times, and and so it was exciting for both of us, and I felt really happy, and then suddenly I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to make a speech. So the public speaking part was challenging, but I was really happy and honored.